What is going on, everyone? Griffin here, coming at you with some Lancer gameplay, and today we're going to be talking about what I want from Virtual Horizons. So let's head over and let's talk about it. So we all know that Virtual Horizons is the newest update that is going to be coming to Rogue Company in the next couple of days. And we know, and it may already be out by the time this video comes out. So like it may kind of make this video null and void to a certain extent, but it's a topic that I wanted to discuss for just a little bit here. We were told that the next update for Rogue was going, like the next content update was going to be a little bit light on like balance features and things like that. And the developers were going to focus on like bugs and quality of life issues and things like that. We got the PTS update notes, which gave us some balance changes, and I discussed all those balance changes last week. So if you're interested in any of them, go take a look at that. And there are some quality of life changes in there. Whenever you start slotting pistols out for other people that have pistols that allow them to have a little bit more of a diverse cast when it comes to mastering pistols and things like that, that's a quality of life change. If you've mastered the pistols, then it's not going to affect you. But if you're a new player and just downloading, then it makes sense to have more rogues with more access to more diverse pistols. That way you can get the full experience and you don't have to feel like you're slotted into playing one or two rogues to be able to master that weapon. I want more core fundamental changes to Rogue Company as a whole. Right now, the way that the matchmaking system works, it works, but it's not the most ideal matchmaking system, in my opinion, by any stretch of the imagination. It is an aged, dinosaur of a matchmaking system that realistically doesn't take into account all of the information that it needs to take into account when building matches out. And I know a lot of people are like, well, if there was more people playing the game, then you would have a more like diverse matchmaker that could pull that data and use it. And you're absolutely correct on that. But that's not our problem as a community. We can spread the awareness as much as we possibly can. But at the end of the day, it's not up to us to like hook the players and to keep the players in the game. That's what the developers are supposed to do. So it's like this never-ending chain, this never-ending cycle of like appealing to new players, hooking the players whenever they come into the game, and keeping those players into the game and making them a like repetitive or a habitual player of the game. That's not on us. But I think that like matchmaking definitely doesn't cause that hook to sink in any further. If anything, it makes the hook a little bit more wiggly, because like, why would you want to play a game where you just downloaded it and you're playing with and against 1 to 2 demons on your team, and the people on your team are frustrated at you because you're a new player and you don't really know what's going on or what you're supposed to be doing, and you're just getting completely steamrolled by the enemy team every time that you see someone. And making the mechanics in the game, like aim assist and other things like that, easier for new players to be able to pick up and be successful at the game doesn't provide a valuable and a fun experience for veteran players of the game. So it's a hard thing to juggle, but the developers are going to have to find some way to juggle this. And I think the best way to approach it, in my opinion, is the way that matchmaking works in the game. Whenever you log into the game for the first time and you start playing it and you do like the tutorial, maybe some practice matches, or you just jump straight into it, it's like, what type of experience are you hoping for? And does Rogue Company give you that experience as a new player to a game right out of the gate? No, I would say not, because there's been several times where we've played with people on our team where they have been very low leveled. Like they may have played the game for a day or two and they're getting thrown onto a team with us, and like, we're not the be all end all, we're not the greatest people to ever play Rogue Company by any stretch, but like, we have played the game a lot, so we are more aware of what's going on within the game as a whole than some people are aware of that, right? I mean, you have to agree with that to an extent. So is that person having a good experience? Probably not. And then we're getting frustrated at this person because they're performing less than up to par than where we think that they should be performing, because we don't know what their level is going into it. If we knew what their level was, then that might change, the way that we approach the situation. But you don't know until the end of the game. And then at the end of the game, you're like, oh, this person was a level 10. I feel like a crappy person now because I was like, hey, you need to do better. They're doing the best that they can do. Like I said, making the game easier and making the game more accessible is two completely different things here. If you're going to make the game easier, you're going to give better aim assist, you're going to give easier things to use, you're going to take away like other mechanics in game that allow veteran players to kind of expand their portfolio. That's making the game worse for the veteran players. Whereas accessibility is something that the developers could absolutely work on and capitalize on. They're like, the tutorials need to be completely rehauled, and they need to like develop game mode specific tutorials to explain how to play each individual game mode, how the weapons work, how recoil works, how the perk system works, how the abilities, how the gadgets. They need to like completely refresh it and make the accessibility for newer players better, as opposed to making the game easier for people. Because if you make the game easier for people, then that's just going to frustrate everybody in the long run. Whereas if you increase the accessibility for newer players, then that doesn't affect anybody except for the newer players that are in the game. So these are things that I would like to see brought into it to make things way better for newer players, to hook those people, because it's a chain, right? Players come in, they get familiar with the game, they enjoy the game, that increases the matchmaking pool, which makes the matchmaking better overall, right? Next is servers. The servers are better now than they were before. I mean, compared to like the eternal whatever it was, with the Demon Days Dema, from that point to this point, 10 times better, but still not up where they need to be. And I know that they've done a lot of work behind the scenes to try to make the servers better, but I think that we need to take it like another step or two further. I'm not getting as many like clocks and things that pop up where it's like packet loss, things like that. What I am getting is network disconnects. And whenever you start getting network disconnects in the middle of the match, and you also get them to where like you're winning the game 1 point until you win this game, and you just get network disconnected and you get no experience, no nothing. You just get completely shut down. How is that good for anybody? It's not. It makes for a terrible playing experience. So maybe they need to focus on the matchmaking, they need to focus on the servers, and then there hasn't been as many bugs. I feel like a lot of the bugs have been squished from my perspective, and the bugs that do exist are things that realistically shouldn't take a lot of time to fix. Why is the open store bug still a thing? It's been in the game for almost a year at this point, and enough people's complained about it that they've stopped complaining about it, so that needs to be fixed. Why are utility on cooldown whenever you purchase them? What's the point of me spending money in game to purchase a piece of utility that I'm not going to get to use in that round because it's on cooldown? Like, it's little things like this, smoothing the cover out to where when you're behind a piece of cover and you go to stand up to shoot someone or to peek behind it and shoot someone, there's something above your head. Why is that still a thing? I know that a lot of those places have been smoothed out, but they still need to go in there and smooth some of these other places out to stop this from happening, like to stop this and slow this down from happening. But yeah, like the bugs for the most part they haven't been as bad. It seems like they've been tackling those as they come up, and they have sorted out a ton of them. And you kind of see that because Reddit's not complaining about it as much, or if they are complaining about it, it's at least newer stuff and not things that have been in the game for forever. So it leads me to believe that some of those things have been smoothed out. But be sure to let me know what you think in the comments down below. I mean, these are what we were promised from the developers. They said that they were going to keep this update light. They were going to focus on quality of life, bugs, things like that. Those are the quality of life things that they need to focus on. Providing new content or new ways to approach content or new settings, things like that, that's all good and great. But like at the end of the day, is that really helping anything? Not really. Whenever you still have terrible matchmaking and terrible servers, like, yeah, the game can be prettier and run better, but like, it's crazy. They need to focus on the things that are actual issues. The servers are getting better, but they still aren't where they need to be. And the matchmaking, of course, isn't going to get better until they develop some new hooking mechanism to continue to keep players playing the game when they download it. But be sure to let me know what you think. Also, be sure to check that description for links to Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. Those are the places to contact me. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed to the channel, then consider hitting that join button to become one of the 256 crew members. Lastly, on Thursdays from 8 until 11 p.m. Central Time, Sundays from 10 a.m. until we get tired, I will be streaming here on YouTube. So if you are interested and available, please feel free to stop by and say hello there. Thanks for watching, guys.
Inductive charging. Expiration date has arrived.
Enemies have been wiped out.
Almost lost that? God damn. Oh
Nope.
my god.
God damn, dude.
Lumber's on tree. They're setting up on B.
Yeah, I hear him.
Yeah, Umber's on the tree. Nice. Oh, you got the Umbra. Alright, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Oh, really?
All enemies have been eliminated.
And we'll cross to B.
Somebody's on statue over here.
Yep. Almost dead right here.
Sniper.
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Oh my god. He's trash. The Ronin's legit trash.
What the fuck? I'm so tired of this goddamn.
Arm the bomb. Disarm it.
I'm dead. No! Fucking Anvil saved that Saint's ass.
I can't do anything apparently.
All friendlies eliminated.
She's got an axe up. Be careful.
Here comes that fucking spider.
They're
I would
inside
say
the
I'll try to
warehouse
tank
right
it, but
now.
I'm afraid of his blaster. I tanked it.
They're in the warehouse too.
Dude, the fucking anvil! Oh my god, I'm fucking livid. I'm fucking livid.
It's over. Everyone head back to base.
I like to bump into that sniper again. Let's see what level.
Yeah. Let's see what fucking Roman is. 20.